glasses?
Yeah, we have them.
Okay, put them on my face.
All right, so just take off.
Just need to go.
All right,
Yeah.
later.
Maybe we should anesthetize her or something, you know? Oh my god. RIP headphone users, I'm sorry. Hello there, friends. Trace amounts of science. Welcome back to Red X Promise Swearsies. It's just a fact. Go ahead, look it up. We've got some more police body cams today. Another entitled legbeard, 20 years old, trying to live at mommy and daddy's house. Oh, ain't that a treat? So, we're gonna check it out. The way she treats her boyfriend and the way the boyfriend abandons her, you can tell it's true love. I think you guys will enjoy it, so let's go ahead and jump on into this thing. And also, hey, thanks so much for being here. Alright, Police Watch, thanks so much for letting me download your video. It's totally normal and fine. Alright, here we go. Intro clip.
My ankles will be undone at some point, and that get a kick to the head.
Bite yourself.
Nah, I'm not that much of a dumbass. I got your to take. Hey,
Goodness.
the back. Wobble on in here.
She convinced her boyfriend to confront her parents, but when police caught up, her drunken meltdown went from sweet to savage in seconds.
What's going on, guys?
You know, we kicked the kid out of the house, and she brings her boyfriend and
Okay,
her.
we didn't kick her out of the
Okay,
house.
we told her they got an X amount of time to
They're
move.
gone. They're gone. So
They're
the
gone.
threat's not
Yeah.
here anymore. You're safe.
Okay.
The threat. Yeah, I think that's pretty generous. What exactly makes her a threat? I'm not understanding completely. I mean, she's definitely unhinged. I'll give her that. But, come on. A threat? I don't know. You shouldn't feel like that about your own kids. Then again, yeah, she's pretty unhinged, isn't she?
If you older than fire, you hunt your own mammoth. You no cry to tribe leaders about snackless Thursdays, gubbins.
Oh, but snackless Thursdays are the worst, gubbins! Alright, let's go ahead and play this thing some more, I guess.
Who was drinking?
We've had a couple of
that's
drinks
fine.
ourselves,
I know,
but they're drunk and driving.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You know where they went?
No, I don't know. They pulled out of here and went that way.
Went north.
Yeah, they admitted they're drinking.
And
So-
he just picked up a DUI on the 12th.
So what exactly happened?
This morning, I was supposed to take her to work. For whatever reason, wasn't going to work. We had decided that we were going to sit down with her tonight and talk to her about the living situation. She's been living here, not
That'll
paying
fix it.
bills,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. She's 20 years old. Like, you have until May 10th to move out. So I told her that. And it exploded from there. I was afraid to leave the house because she's one of those types that's like, if I can't live there, nobody's going to live there. She will set the house on fire.
Well, you raised that, to be fair. I mean, I understand you're scared and such. That's the stepdad, by the way. Real dad, I don't know what happened. He decided to take off, go for a pack of cigarettes, etc., etc. Stepdad's trying to have control of the situation, but it's hard, you know? Especially if the hormones already kicked in. There's no parental bonding there, and yeah, she's spinning out of control real fast. And I'm sympathetic, I guess, to a point, but also, again, you raised that. So, where's your complicity? Do you take any fault in this, or you're just like, I don't know. It must just be the way she is. I was a perfect mother. I don't think anybody thinks they're a perfect mother. She probably knows she made mistakes. Mom seems like a real one.
And then she's really mean to our dogs when she's upset.
Oh.
So I didn't want to leave the house today. So I didn't leave until this afternoon. We didn't hear from her for the rest of the day. And then she came in, didn't speak to either one of us. She has a key to the house because we told her she had until May 10th.
Okay.
Right? So she comes in, she grabs a bunch of stuff from her room, from the bathroom. She leaves. But whenever they leave, he squills tires all the way out of here. Well, that's disrespectful in his opinion. And so he was trying to call him and say, don't you ever leave my house like that again. Mm-hmm. And he didn't answer, so then he called our daughter, and she answered, and it just kind of ensued from there. And he's like, I'm gonna go get my friends. You want to fight? So we're like, they're not coming back, but they did come back. And then that's when I called. He went outside and was out there with Zach. And I was on the phone with the dispatcher inside with my dogs because I'm not going to get into a fight with my daughter.
Maybe you should. maybe a little bit of fight is what she needs. You know what I mean? Straighten her out a little bit. The fact that she would hurt your dogs and stuff like this, that's legitimately concerning. Does she also have a fascination with fire? Did she wet the bed until she was like 10 plus? You know, because that might be signs that she needs to be in an institution a little bit, maybe, perhaps, in my opinion. Oh.
We say one thing, dog not deserve your emotional damage dump. You abuse dog, you no part of tribe. Gubbins.
That's right. We gotta be nice to our furry friends, you know. They're part of the family. Absolutely the lowest bottom tier of the family. But part of the family nonetheless. And yeah, I don't understand how the mom just sort of lets it happen. I guess she tries to take a stand, but yeah, once they're 20 and spinning out like this, okay, if you're gonna fucking crash and burn, at least get away from me. You'll see. You saw a little bit at the beginning, but you'll see some more, I'm sure.
I just stayed inside. She busted in. She's like, are you going to come out here? And I said, you need to leave. You need to get out of here. So then she realized that I was on the phone with the police. And that's when they hauled ass out of here again. I mean, the whole time he was out there with Zach. She's telling him that we're not feeding her. Does anybody in this house look like we're not fed?
Okay. So what's her name?
Angela.
Okay.
This will be the 8th
Probably.
since August, the 8th call. In August, she was picked up for disorderly conduct. September, she was picked up for battery on a household member because she smacked him. Christmas Day, she totaled her car because she was leaving a domestic with him. Some lady called us at 2 o'clock in the morning because he had left her in a field to die.
Right.
And we went and picked her up from that lady's house, brought her home, and then she got the flu. I mean, this has been just ongoing. It's just so...
Okay. Whenever they came back and you were outside, what happened outside?
No, I just walked out there and told him, I said, hey, man, don't leave my house that way. Right. It's disrespectful. And then he wants to ensue on why we're kicking her out of the house.
He starts bringing up the topic.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's your problem now.
So he's kind of getting y'all to try to, like, can you just let her stay here?
No.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
No.
He's
like,
calling me like a piece.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, narrowing it down.
Yeah.
No, he's not like, you need to let her stay here.
He's not saying that.
Like,
He doesn't want to deal with it.
He's believing what she's telling him. She's telling him we aren't feeding her. She's telling him we're abusing her. That she's telling him all these bullshit stories, and he believes this.
So he's being manipulated, I see. That makes what happens a little bit later on in the video make a lot more sense. When he goes fucking just complete Naruto running away, the cops are like, you could go free, and he's like, deuces. Didn't even think twice. I like does anybody in this house look like we're not being fed? That's the realest thing that mom has said. Like I said, I got a good vibe. I know she's a real one already. I love to see it, honestly.
She's 20 years old, right?
Yeah. I used to make her lunch every day for her to take to work.
Oh my god.
And she got upset one day, and she was like, I'm not eating dinner. I'm not eating lunch. Don't make me anything. Literally, her lunch is still sitting in my refrigerator. And she will go that long without eating.
Yeah, because I took her to work and I says, hey, here's your breakfast and lunch. Mom made it for you. And she says, I ain't eating that. I was like, why? Fucking
I'm
Mom
not
made it.
eating what that made.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to your shirt, bro? Like, right there.
It's just...
No, just, whatever.
There was no physical altercation.
There was no physical altercation?
Did anybody have a firearm?
No, nobody had a firearm.
He might.
He might.
He might.
He's known to hunt, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He mentioned that, I got guns and this and that. He ain't come back. I'm like, dude,
And he does have guns.
I
They're
do,
all in a
but
safe.
you know what? Every one of my guns are in that safe in that closet.
And the only people that have access to that safe are me and him. And I hope I don't ever have to use it.
Oh yeah, God forbid. You guys can evict her. I mean, if she does have, so I'm gonna let you guys know this now, before this becomes more of a civil issue. as much as it is. She does have residency here if she's been living here for a good amount of time.
What is a good amount of time?
So how long has she stayed here?
Well, since she got evicted from her apartment and we cleaned that up.
When did that?
August.
September. No, it was September.
That's it's her stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So she does. So
I mean,
she
we
does.
have some
storage.
of her stuff in storage.
Her bed and her
We
dresses
let her
here.
bring her
Right, so
bed.
she has necessities that she needs, like a bed, a dresser, stuff like that. That her clothes are here. That means she claimed residency here. So you guys would have to go to the courts and get her evicted. You guys can use all this information. We're going to get this typed up, and you guys can use this report as a case to get her evicted. And if you guys want, get a restraining order.
Yeah. How many months is that gonna take, officer? 6 more months of bullshit. I could get shot in my sleep tonight. You realize that, don't you? I'm glad you're like filing all the paperwork. Thanks so much for showing up. My tax dollars at work, but literally you're not doing much of anything here. I've expressed fear for my life. She might burn the house down. The dogs are in danger and whatnot, and you're just like, cool. I'll file a report about it. I guess they are also going to haul her off to jail. It's some sort of consolation, I guess. Let's get to that part. That's what I want to see. That's what we all showed up for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, we need to because...
I'm not going to deal with this.
No.
So did you guys see Zach get in the driver's seat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Angela won't drive his truck.
Because he's not supposed to be driving. He's got a DWI before, so he's not supposed to be driving.
Well, his court date's April 2nd.
April 2nd. Okay.
I don't know who the hell they're talking about. Who's Angelo?
Occupied ×2. We're trying to duck down underneath the dashboard. Yep. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Pretty good.
It's
Put
the
your hands on
cops. You
steering
better
wheel for a
hide.
second, okay?
Just duck down real low.
So right now, you guys are both detained, okay? For what?
Stupid.
For the disturbance that was happening at your dad's house,
Okay.
right? Okay.
He came out of the house. He told us to go over that. You can look through my phone.
Not now. Even if we're just going to step out, okay? All
Yeah,
right.
not
Hands
now.
up.
We're gonna put your phone into
Turn around.
evidence first.
All right, keep your hands up.
Hands up.
Yeah. Turn around.
Turn around.
Put your hands behind your head. You're not under arrest at this time?
I'm not.
But you're going to be detained, okay?
Okay.
Keep your hands on top of your head still.
Okay, sorry about that.
He's wearing orange already.
Hey, if you want to grab the female out the passenger side real quick. That's good.
I'm going to have my right weapon. That's it.
I'll read them right here real quick.
Sweet
Do you
knife.
have anything to drink tonight?
I had maybe 2 shots.
2 shots?
Y'all call 46.
Why am I detained?
Because we have an investigation going on. There was a domestic disturbance that took place over. It's not what we heard. So
Can I tell you my side?
we'll get to that.
I
You
don't
have
give
to
a
tell us anything.
If you decide to answer any questions or make any statements, you can stop at any time. Do you understand your rights?
Yes. Why he just asked me and everything, and I'm asking why am I not being undetained and called a person to drive me home with my vehicle?
Okay.
Bro, you have more than 2 shots. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Why am I not being undetained and having a person to drive me home with my vehicle? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You want me to not only set you free, but to also drive you home because you know that you're far over the legal limit. They do let him go. Spoiler alert. But I don't know, dude. It seems like maybe he's a little bit more sloshed. But if I only admit to 2 shots, then they totally won't arrest me. Totally will.
Well, it's because there was a domestic situation down the street.
Yes, sir.
And that's why you're detained, and that's why you're here.
Yes, sir.
Plus, you guys were ducking down, trying to avoid us, so that's just another reason to detain you.
Yes, sir.
So what happened over there on...
So basically, she has all her clothes, all her belongings, all her personal possessions over there. She wanted to go home. Her parents wouldn't let her go home. They have kicked her out, and they wouldn't let her go. They wouldn't let her be inside the house.
Okay.
And so I was over there, and I was waiting for her, and her father came out, and he was like, "I want to fight him. I want to fight him," and everything.
I want to
And
fight
so
him.
she had a bottle in her room. She took like 3 or 4
Okay.
shots of it, and she was like, "Come on, come on, come on!" And I pulled over right here. We weren't driving or anything, and I was waiting 2 or 3 hours for the alcohol to dissipate, and I had taken 2 bottles of water.
Were you driving?
No, sir.
No, who was driving? Her?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I switched over, and I was just sitting there, and neither one of us was drunk at the time. We just pulled over right here, and we were just sitting, and we kind of knew what was going on, and we were just talking about it, and we were like, well, The cops are coming and everything. Your personal belongings over there. And I told her, like, just go over there and tell them that, like, you live here, your clothes are here, everything that belongs to you is here, and they're kicking you out for no exact reason because she has been spending 3 days with me. Nothing bad has happened between her and her parents over text.
Okay. How did his shirt get bloody?
His shirt?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You have no
Because
idea?
whenever I was at the doorstep, she went in there to go get her belongings,
Okay.
and he came up to me, and he was all, "What the f***, man? Like, you're on my property." And I was like, "I know, I'm sorry." And he walked straight up to me, and he was swinging his arms at me, and I was pushing him away and everything. You can look on their video cameras. And I'm like, "I'm here for Angela. She's getting her things, and we're gonna go." And then he starts like talking to me. He's like, "You ain't gonna. I'm not gonna do." I didn't punch him or anything. I didn't pull the knife that I had that they threw in my back of my truck. I didn't pull it or anything.
Okay. Did you see Angela do anything to him?
He punched her in the chest.
He punched her in the chest.
She'll have a red mark on her chest because she walked up to him and she was like, "Why are you not feeding me?" Because they haven't been feeding her. You're kicking her out.
They haven't been feeding her according to her. I don't know. There's holes in the story. Like, I'm trying to absorb the whole thing. But honestly, the parents said they saw this guy driving the truck away. He said that she was the one that's driving the truck, and they just switched seats once they were parked or whatever. I don't know. It's all relatively sus. The stepdad does seem like sort of the type, you know, to have that little man syndrome where he's got to try and prove something. Like, yeah, this is my house. You can't come in here and whatever, you know. The fact that the boyfriend told him to like go watch the cameras is pretty telling to me. Like, yeah, he is telling the truth about that part. The dad might be a little overly aggressive and such. I could see that. He didn't say much to the officers. You could tell he's sort of wound up. Big boy like that, hate to see him get wound up. You're gonna have a fucking coronary, you know. Anyway.
And she's gonna go get her makeup bag, all her blah 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 bullshit, and then she's getting out. And he had walked towards me, and she was like, "What the f?" And she was going towards my door, and she just said, "What the f?" And he walked straight towards her. I mean, she might have walked towards him, kinda. I don't know, really. I turned around, and he was right up next to her, and he uppercutted her right in the sternum.
Okay.
She was like not able to breathe. That's why. And like, we were just sitting here because she wasn't able to breathe. And she was like, "I need to drink. I need to calm the hell down." And I was like, "Okay." And the reason we were evading was because the first cop came by and she had the first drink, and we were like, "Oh."
All right. So she was driving.
Yes.
Was she drinking?
No.
Okay. You just told me she had a drink
After the truck was parked.
after the truck was
Yes,
parked.
sir.
Okay. All right. Put your foot back in.
And
One drink? Yeah, I don't know. We gotta see about that.
Your name's Angela?
Yes.
All right. Monster Briscoe draws the police department. I'm gonna read you your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say cannot be used against you in a court of law. Understanding your rights, are you still willing to talk to me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What happened over there at your mom's house?
So my stepdad called me and he told me that he wanted me and my boyfriend to go back over there because I went over there to get my stuff, and I guess he felt like the way my boyfriend drove off was disrespectful or something, and he wanted him to go over there and confront him. And they got out and they started fighting and bickering, and I got in the middle of it, and so my stepdad put me in a chokehold. My boyfriend got really upset about that, and so he tried to get into the middle of it and pull him off of me. I don't know what happened after that. I kind of just, he told me, "Hey, get in the truck," and so I got in the truck.
Okay. When was the last time that you were drinking anything?
It was like 10:30, 11. It wasn't before midnight.
It wasn't before midnight?
No.
Okay. So
Or it wasn't after midnight.
Well, it's 2 a.m. at this point, so I guess, yeah, any alcohol you would have had would have passed through your system, but she seems still sort of sloshed to me, honestly. And like I said, the story's not lining up. Boyfriend said she had a drink literally when they parked. So the officer's just going through, poking all these holes in the story, and it's kind of fascinating to see, you know? That's one of the things I like most about these body cam videos. We get to piece together the story from 3 different and wrong perspectives. The truth is always somewhere in the middle. It's wonderful to watch. Do it.
That's all. It wasn't happening. Okay. Who was driving the truck?
Zach was.
Zach was? Okay. You told me you was. You were.
No.
Oops.
Okay.
No.
Alright. So
I don't know how to drive this.
okay.
I just wanted to go home.
So why did your stepdad put you in a headlock? Do you know why?
Because I told him he was being a little bitch and he was drunk and trying to pick a fight with a 20-year-old. Meanwhile, he's 40-something and should kind of know when to stop drinking.
Just put your legs back in. I'll talk to you later.
That seems somewhat truthy to me,
Again,
honestly.
I'm really sorry.
I can
He
see
probably
that
had much
guy
more
acting
important
that
things to
way.
deal with.
Yeah. Did her stepdad do anything else besides punch her in the stomach?
I honestly don't know, but you can probably tell from the red marks on her stomach, because she was gasping for air. She didn't know what to do, and I was holding her, and I was like, okay, just breathe into your nose, out through your mouth. And she's like, he hit me, he hurt me, he hurt me, and
Okay. Turn around. You can.
Best as you can.
so do I call my parents or?
Call whoever can come pick you up.
You're being placed under arrest. Okay. And Zach's gonna have to find a ride home.
Really? So he gets off? He was driving drunk.
Okay. Well, I mean, we didn't catch him driving drunk. I know that.
Really?
I know that
Give
he was.
him a breathalyzer.
Okay, I know that he was in the driver's seat. Okay?
Yes, I was
Okay,
in
just
the
listen to
passenger.
me. Listen to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Like some of the most savage shit, isn't it? Immediately. How could you let him go? He was drunk. Holy shit, man! Like, tell me how you really feel. I guess it's
She
crazy.
screamed he was driving like betrayal was Olympic sport. Silver medal in gaslight, gold in delusion. Gubbins.
Oh, she's definitely qualifying for something. Psychiatric meds would be. The way she just got turned up. He gets to leave. He was driving drunk. Oh, but it's only just begun, my friends. It's only just begun.
I know. Okay. I know that he's intoxicated. I know that we found him in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
But we did not see him driving. Okay.
Okay, and I was in the passenger seat and I've done nothing. I just listened to them. I got assaulted. Look
so
at me. I have bruises on me.
So you're being arrested for battery on a household member. Okay.
So, can I press charges?
For.
Battery on a household member. Look at this.
Okay. When did that happen?
Today,
Why
just
didn't you tell
now.
me that?
Because I just told you, he put me in a headlock. He held my hands. He put me in a headlock. He held me down.
Okay.
I thought that was included.
You told me that he put you in a headlock, and then I asked, did anything
Yes.
else become physical? You said no. He just put me in a headlock.
Okay, when he put me in the headlock, he held my hands down. This is
Well,
from
you
him.
can't just add something on whenever I tell you that you're under arrest.
You can't add stuff when you're just placed under arrest. I understand, your frustration due to the circumstances. You guys were hiding from us, so that was a key right there.
He told me to.
Okay. You told me that your stepdad put you in a headlock, okay?
Yes.
And I asked you if anything else became physical.
Can I?
And you did
can
not
I,
say anything.
Can
Listen
I
to me.
tell
Listen
you
to
my?
me.
No, I have
Okay.
listened to both of you. Can
Okay.
I speak?
You never said that he held you down or he scratched your arms, okay?
Okay, can I
That's
speak?
why I asked
Can
you.
I speak?
Okay. Get up. You're under arrest.
Okay, I understand that. Can I speak?
What?
So,
No, wait, don't do it yet. I don't want you to say anything quite yet. I would like to clarify what the hell is meant by, like, getting punched in the sternum versus chokehold versus headlock. Because all of these are very different things, and really none of them would include grabbing your wrists and whatnot. So, once again, the story's falling apart. I mean, they're 20 years old. The prefrontal cortex is not fully developed. You can't truly blame them. However, this is like the learning stage of their life. Hopefully we'll learn to do things differently in the future. Maybe. But yeah, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better, at least for this one.
I do art and clean houses for a living. I've never been in any physical, really, altercation. What he did was hold my hands down with one hand
Okay.
and place his arm over my neck with the other. And you see that he came towards the truck first, right?
Okay.
So he was the aggressor in this situation.
That doesn't necessarily mean he's the aggressor.
Yes, because they were together and I was just trying to break them up, and then he put me in the headlock and I started screaming. I know you can hear that on the Ring camera. I'm not trying to be in any
I understand
problem.
That. I understand that, okay, but you're under arrest. Okay.
Okay, fine. I'm under arrest, but this is going to court and this is not sticking.
Okay. We're gonna go to this other car back here.
No, take me then.
No, this is.
Use your arms.
You want me to take you out and put you in my car?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's go. You better stop. You're gonna catch another charge. You better stop, Angela, right now.
What a petulant child. Just take me. Use your arms. What happened to the boyfriend, by the way? Didn't even say goodbye. It's just like, yeah, he can go and he's just, yeah, like I said, fucking disappeared. I can't fix this situation. I thought I could. It's a little much for me and I have to go now. And
Officers say you can go and boy respond with sonic boom. That not getaway, that soul evacuation. Gubbins.
oh yes, that would fix this possessed woman too. If we evacuate her soul, and you might not agree with that statement yet, but keep watching. It's gonna be fine. Not really fine. Horrible. Strange and yeah, unsettling, but also funny.
You're okay. You're all right.
The fake seizure?
You ready to fly? I'll run. You're free to go. Can I stay here? Is she gonna be detained? Is she gonna be released?
She's getting arrested.
He is still here.
So,
Aw,
see the judge in the
that's
morning?
so
All right,
nice.
so just take off. You're free to go. All right.
Yeah.
Later.
Later. Fucking run into the night.
Hey.
Oh man.
She's having a seizure.
She's still breathing? I'm good back here. Be good.
You okay?
Just lay down.
Hey, lay down.
What the
Lay down.
happening?
Just lay down.
I'm confused.
Hey.
Why the are you touching me? Get your ass hands off of me! Stop touching me! Oh, I remember getting out of the car.
Roll to
You
your
put me
side.
in a headlock. Are you gonna arrest him? Can I have my glasses?
Yeah, we have them.
Okay, put them on my face.
Angela.
Jesus, dude. We're going from like fake seizure to seething within just a few minutes. I mean, there are cuts in here, but it's not much. A few seconds here and there, you know. And she's only getting worse. This is only devolving, and I gotta be sort of impressed by it. You know, it's fun to watch.
She go from Skyrim ragdoll to Shakespeare monologue in 0.3 seconds. That not medical, that theatrical. Gubbins.
Oh, she is the most theatrical, Gubbins, believe you me. We're gonna see much worse where that came from. And thank goodness for the censors. Shout out Police Watch. Thanks for cutting all the naughty words out so I didn't have to do it. I appreciate you.
That's enough.
Here, are your
You have a
glasses?
seizure disorder?
There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Angela, that's enough.
Why do
Yeah,
you say things
that's
like
enough.
that?
Okay, can you tell me why I'm here?
No, I
have
do
no idea.
not. But you need to quit yelling at us.
Paramedics. We got called here because you had a seizure.
Okay, I had a seizure. I don't know why the here.
Okay.
I don't know why this ass has his hands on me, or this who clearly doesn't get.
So what day of the week is it?
Oh,
I
boy.
don't know. Saturday,
Okay.
Tuesday. I don't know.
Who's present?
I know Elaine. All you other ass can get your hands off of me because you don't have permission to touch me.
Well, at this point, Angela, you're
Angela,
probably gonna go to the.
Relax, okay?
You're
You're not gonna break free
You're
from
gonna
us.
need to
You're
go
not
into
going
the
anywhere.
hospital.
I know. This is the only way you feel like you have a big. So it's fine. All I wanted to do was go to my grandma's house, bro, but he wanted to go back and fight my dad and then blame it on me. Clearly, if he left without taking his truck.
It's all good.
This is actually, let me explain to you how this is everybody else's fault except for mine. I mean, I truly believe her because she has such a delightful demeanor. And I guess she did, like, at first, you know, but that mask melted off pretty fucking quick, I'll say that much. As soon as they inconvenienced her in the slightest, she's like, "Ree!" And that shows you who she truly is, you know.
Got me drunk to be belligerent, and now I have to deal with the consequences. Lovely, huh?
What's your name
Yeah,
again?
totally. I'm not telling you. Figure it out.
What?
Yeah, great. Ass knows something, huh? Your eyes are bigger than your. I can tell.
Please.
They're gonna take your cuffs off. Angela.
Lean forward, please.
I know you're fat, but you're not strong. There's a difference.
Angela, look, they're gonna take the cuffs off.
They're gonna take the cuffs off. I want to not go to jail.
Okay, well then you need to stop.
You need to relax.
Okay, here.
Stop.
Oh, I know your ass wants that, huh? Makes you feel like a big man, huh? You'll still die. Still?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
glasses?
You'll still die? I think that's what cuts me the deepest, you know? All of us are gonna shuffle off the mortal coil at some point, Angela. Come on! I think she's just mad because, you know, she grew up in the age of Angela Anaconda, and she had like the same looking face and head and dumb glasses, so people called her that in grade school, and she never really truly got over it. I mean, also that and the stepdad beatings probably doesn't help. I'm sympathetic, truly. And so are these paramedics and police officers, dude. Like, I cannot believe the amount of patience that they're showing. She's sitting there talking all this shit, and instead of, you know, jabbing her with something, something you don't need, 50 cc's of air going in your neck. Yeah, you might have an embolism shortly, but it's for the best, trust me. Yeah, I'm amazed by the patience of these paramedics, these officers, these warriors. Gubbins loves a good warrior, don't you, boy?
These warriors show more restraint than me at Buff Mammoth Buffet. If me was there, me use duct tape and holy water. Gubbins.
Yeah, double dose of holy water. She's she's definitely letting the evil come out. And yeah, here it comes. I guess this is the worst part here.
Yeah, I can't see now, huh? Yeah. Just took my glasses all the way off. Huh?
Yep. Leg chakras on her. Started. You gonna get some leg chakras on her?
I just felt my be wet as right now.
What the fuck?
You wanna hurt me by pushing my foot into the rail? Yeah, I'll hurt you by pitching your fat ass. Grab this on me, fat. I know you can't make your wife. None of you can. That's why you're a fucking cop, huh? I'm not doing anything, and you're still holding my arm?
How much alcohol she's had?
Yeah, that my boyfriend gave to me that you let off the hook who was driving. Can I have my glasses, or did y'all just forget about those?
Angela, I have them.
Honestly, a little bit sus. I guess because she's underage, no? She's 20. But yeah, the boyfriend probably shouldn't be supplying alcohol to somebody who's underage. I don't know how much... I don't know his age at all. You gotta presume a little bit of knowledge. But it is wild that they... Yeah, he got off scot-free, essentially. She's the one that's being kicked out of her house, and the cops are like, well, we'll give you a nice home down at county. We'll give you clothes to wear. We'll even give you food to eat. You're gonna like it a lot, Angela. And attitude like that is gonna get adjusted pretty quick, honestly. I think you need to start showing a little more respect to those around you. But she'll learn. Don't worry. She'll learn.
Okay, great. Thanks, Elaine. You're the only one with the f***ing heart or in this place. Clearly your wives were pretending to yeah, and clearly you're hurting me because it's true. My ankles will be undone at some point, and that's get a kick to the head. You think I care about pain? You think I give a you think I got? You think?
Tried to bite him.
Nah, I'm not that much of a dumbass. I'm not your who takes your Eventually, these rocks will be unshackled, and whoever gets it will get it.
They're talking about putting a tube down your throat if you don't stop.
Oh, Elaine, I know you're a but come on.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Well,
I like Elaine's response. She got called to see you next Tuesday, didn't even deny it. She's just like, yeah, well, so what are you gonna do about it, fucko? I love that. Also, the comments about everybody's genitalia, etc., etc. Like, that's really how you define yourself in your life. It's more telling about you than it is about me. Yeah. Obviously, the officers aren't tilted because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home, check out my wife tonight. You know, you ain't gotta worry about me. You gotta spend some time down in the county. Itchy sheets, fucking bleach smelling ass clothes. Oh, you're gonna hate it. And the more you hate it, the more I'll love it. That's how this works. Because it started out decent enough, you know? But yeah, it's spun off the rails. She's the most unlikable person ever now. And I don't know if we could ever bring it back around. Rip.
Hey, the fat back. Wobble on in here. Wait till you can get your Big Mac later tonight and sit on your couch and jerk your 3-inch off to some Lauren Rose. I know how your life works. You clearly don't get any.
Right there.
The fat guy was almost like entertained by it, but then he got cut a little too deeply by it. Oh no. He's like, Lauren Rose. I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna assume it is an adult video star. And even the fact that you know of them, that you can name them, does that not like trouble you or concern you in the least? Is that not something that you don't like about yourself? Because like I want to know as little about these people as possible. I keep seeing these OnlyFans whores popping up. You know, they're like 1,000 men in a day and stuff like that. I'm like, it's disgusting. Fucking, well, why do you want to talk about it? I get it. It's shocking. Wow. How about fucking go do something constructive with your life? That's how we avoid situations like whatever the hell we're viewing right now. Handy hints for life. My tip for you. You're welcome.
Can I roll my ankles now? Since that's what I wanted in the first place, but that wouldn't let me because it's 3-inch. He's just so much bigger. That's the last visual humor.
Listen to me, okay?
What?
There's kids in there, so you need to keep it down.
Kids. No one about the kids that I have to care for. Yeah, y'all want to just see my. All of y'all can suck my. Take the video. It'll last longer.
Maybe we should anesthetize her or something, you know? Oh my god. Rip headphone users, I'm sorry. That fucking dude's just standing around like, oh, well, just let her scream herself out, I guess.
Do you want to see my pull down
No,
the
thank
pants? Since that's all y'all give a about is whatever you can me, huh?
All right, Angela, come on, let's go.
Come on, Angela. We gotta go now.
Okay, back up, back up, back up.
Fake another seizure.
Just let me go.
Yeah, that'll happen. Oh, they kept the wheelchair? Wheelchair her into booking? And then throw her on the floor.
Now, you're not moving until you calm the down. Because if you bite me, I will knock you the out. Then are you going to get up and do what you're supposed to do? Bite me.
Oh, get up. Get off of me.
This is
Get off of me.
more than it needs to be.
You're in jail. That's where you're at.
Yeah, do you understand why I don't know where I'm at?
Are you going to get up?
Yeah.
It's a fucking meta commentary. Do you understand why I don't know where I'm at? Because I do know why I don't know, but I want you to know why I don't know. Angela, what the fuck? Like, I understand. Prefrontal cortex, terrible at lying, but like, can we put a little effort in, you know? I understand you're under some pressure here, but basically anything else would have been better than whatever, breaking the fourth wall, coming out of your fugue state to ask about the fugue state. We're almost done here. They'll book her. You know, that horse whisperer lady's really calming her down. Hold her head to the floor and just talk sternly but calmly. You're at jail. If you bite me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. That's real. I like to see it. Maybe that's how this ends. I guess we'll see.
Stop being a told the officer in the car to let me.
Can you check her vitals while she's down here?
She's clear.
Okay, just there you go. There. No, you're leaving.
Oh, spit mask. Nice.
I don't need to spit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Oof.
Stand her, I'll bang her ass.
She was charged with battery on a peace officer, battery on a healthcare personnel, and battery against a household member.
Battery against a household member? I guess it's like sort of a domestic situation, like slant-wise or something. But yeah, definitely she deserves all of those charges. Like, if you had just been a normal human being, you probably would have walked. But no, we had to start racking them up, and I don't know, you get what you fucking get after a certain point. I can definitely see why parents were like, you need to get out of here. Because if you're over 18, I'll let you stay, but if you ain't doing shit, then you gotta go, you know? Employment, schooling, give me something. Some hope for the future, please and thank you. Any last words, Gubbins?
She 20, she got job, she got thumbs. If she hungry, that natural selection trying to file a claim. Gubbins.
Fuck yeah, claim approved. Ventilate her skull! She didn't make it back to the prison. Something terrible happened in a back alley. We tried to take a shortcut. No, it's fine. I'm sure she'll get it together and, you know, pull her life up by her bootstraps or some shit like that. Maybe. But regardless of any of that, I do hope that you enjoyed the video, friends. I'd like to remind you that we've got a Patreon and YouTube memberships as well. If you could check those out, support us month to month, that would be pretty cool. Fourth wall for the merch. I released PNG Tuber Pro, which is actually what I'm using to make these videos now. And if you like the look of the PNG Tuber and the squish and stretch animations and little vibrato and speaking, go check it out. It's relatively cheap. I'll jack the price up in a day or two. And it helps to support the channel, of course. So, if that's a motivator for you, which I hope that it is, as somebody who subsists on this channel. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy. You definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.
バカ何バカ何バカ何バカ何バカ